in COVID, rents were so cheap in New York that I was even more grateful than I was rent hacking, because I had the flexibility to really take advantage of cheap rent and rent hack multiple units. Because when the prices hit rock bottom right after COVID, right around COVID time, I was like gobbling up rental leases because I was like, this was incredible. I've never seen prices so low. I got this studio in Upper East Side for, guess how much? $1,500. And that's when I really started to understand why so many people, all of my colleagues who lived in Manhattan, why they to this day do not really have any net worth. And it's because fucking Manhattan is such a ripoff. It's so damn expensive. It's a city of tantalizing, like, temptations. Everywhere you go, there's a bagel store, there's something fun to do, there's a sexy bar, there's the park, and then when you're at the park, you get thirsty, you want some tea, you want some iced tea, and then you want a little snack, and before you know it, you spent $100 in an afternoon. And then your friend wants to come and hang out, and you guys go for a couple meals, a couple of foods, and there you go. You're spending money. And that's what I experienced in Manhattan. All of a sudden, I found myself being like, oh my God, living in Brooklyn was so cheap. I lived near Brooklyn in Chinatown, and I kept those rent hacks. But at the time, I wanted to be closer to my then boyfriend, now husband. And so when I realized the difference between living in Brooklyn and living in Manhattan, I was disgusted. Because in Brooklyn, when I was an entrepreneur, when I was 28 years old, I was able to survive because everything was so cheap. Like a meal, you could eat a hearty ass healthy meal, Chinese food, because I lived right next to Chinatown, Brooklyn. It was like freaking $6 for like a meal with 4 different dishes and rice and soup. You might have heard of it, the famous 4 dishes, 1 soup deal. I was eating that shit to survive every single day. In Manhattan, 1 freaking noodle soup, $15 to $17. There you go. So the costs were more than double for pretty much anything. So I'm damn happy I never lived in Manhattan a day in my life. And the day that I did was when it was really cheap, and it was mainly to date this guy I met that worked out. And then I subletted that unit, ended up finding a rent-controlled, rent-stabilized unit in Long Island City, which we moved to 6 months later. And that was freaking awesome, because then my husband and I split the rent. And that one, it was just like, my point here is fucking Manhattan's a ripoff.